Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV after Liverpool lost 3-0 to Barcelona at the Nou Camp. Disappointing day at the office. Pretty much exactly what we didn't want to happen, wasn't it? But it did, and you've got to kind of take what you've been given and move on from there. But you're not here to hear my thoughts, you're here to hear your thoughts on Twitter. Thank you for everyone who's commented on that Twitter post. But we'll kick it off. Harry Owen LFC says, the fact was not we played bad, it was that they were clinical and we were not. Yeah, we created a lot of chances, didn't we? A lot of chances at the Nou Camp, and we just didn't put them away. Obviously, there's the one Sadio Mane's running through, deep ball from Henderson. Sadio Mane could do a bit more. I think he's waiting for it, and then he can't wait for it, and he balloons it over the top. It's pretty unlucky, but a great move. And then another one that stands out for me is the one where Mo Salah has that shot to the bottom corner. Great save there by ter Stegen, I think it was. And then obviously the one where Gini lets the ball run through his legs and Milner puts it straight at ter Stegen. And it's frustrating because, look, we did create them chances and Barcelona were very clinical. You can't argue with that first goal from Luis Suarez. It's world-class movement, it's a world-class ball, it's a world-class finish. Yes, maybe Van Dijk could have tracked the man better, could have told Joe Matip what to do a bit better, but look, split-second stuff, Luis Suarez playing on the edge, it's what he does. Second goal, yeah, it's just unlucky, isn't it? But one of them, you create your own luck in these games, and then the third goal is just a moment of brilliance. It's Lionel Messi doing what Lionel Messi does, and that's putting a dead ball in the top bin. And I know you can say, oh, well, you shouldn't have given away the foul in the first place and stuff like that. How many people are capable of putting the ball there from there? You know what I mean? There aren't many, and it is just a shame. Barcelona, on the day, we're just more clinical, I agree with you. Arya Stark fan number 1 at JRainey7 says, time to do a Roma. Yeah, look, that's the thing, and the tie's not over. All right, you're looking at it and you're going 3-0 down. It's a massive deficit to overcome, and to be fair, Barca score 1, and then we're literally, there's a very, very slim chance that we'll come back. And I understand you can be upset now. I'm upset. I'm not in a good place. But if there's any team that can go there and give Barcelona a game at home and hopefully get 3 goals and a clean sheet, or even 4 goals, it's Liverpool at the moment. We are brilliant. And if we were more clinical, like the first commenter said, maybe we can just put them away and forget about it. But that's the thing. There has been previous of teams doing this. You can still do it. It's nowhere near over for me anyway. Shua LFC says, poor lineup from Klopp and his inability to make subs when they will hurt the opposition the most, cost us from getting back into the game. It was a strange lineup, wasn't it? I mean, you're putting Gini Wijnaldum in the 9, BT Sport had him on the left on all their pre-match graphics. You're obviously bringing Gini Wijnaldum in, you're starting Naby Keita. And we had a big discussion on the build-up show about who we were playing. We definitely didn't have Gini Wijnaldum in the 9. Definitely did not have that. It was a strange one, wasn't it? Playing the centre mid in the number 9 role. Maybe he thought he could be what Bobby Firmino is, better than Daniel Sturridge is. And I think, to be fair, Gini Wijnaldum probably played that role better than Daniel Sturridge would, and maybe better than Divock Origi would. Maybe. I just don't think Divock Origi is suited to that style of play, and I don't think Daniel Sturridge has it anymore. So who else are you bringing in? Gini Wijnaldum, hopefully to bring the ball into his feet and then lay it off to people. It's mad, isn't it? But it shows just how important Bobby is, and probably where we need to strengthen next season. We already knew we need a striker, but we don't just need a striker. We need someone who can replicate exactly what Bobby does. It's hard to come by, but we need that. And obviously playing Joe Gomez on the right-hand side, another mad one. I understand what it was there for, trying to be a bit more defensive, but I just feel like it's a tough game for him to come back in. I don't blame Joe Gomez at all. It's so hard. I don't even blame Gini Wijnaldum for his performance at all either. It's so hard to come in. Naby Keita gets injured, obviously, and then Hendo comes in, has to settle into the game. Yeah, I mean, you can say bring on Bobby a bit earlier, but if he's injured and he's on the bench because he's injured, what? I don't know. And obviously when he comes on, we do start creating more, but it is a tough one. I do get what you're saying, to be fair. At Dr. Benji We're not a bad team, we're very good, but tonight they were just better. Sometimes you got to accept it through gritted teeth, like we talked about with the clinical stuff. Yeah, Barcelona were just really good. Barcelona have quality all over the pitch, and it showed. And once we started trying to push to get that goal, they caught us on the breakaway, and look, they could have had 4 or 5 towards the end, but that's not down to us being bad towards the end of the game. That's down to us going hell for leather, because we knew how important that goal would have been, and Mo Salah in the post. Oh, I was literally punching the ground, and it's not a soft ground, so my hand still hurts, to be honest with you. But yeah, fuck, just so annoying. But look, Barcelona, fantastic side. We knew it was going to be that. These are the games you want to play in. Maybe we just need to get better, I don't know. At J-Lob Andy, why didn't we start as a striker? Yeah, again, talking about that Gini Wijnaldum thing. I genuinely think it was just, you don't trust anyone else to do it. There is a talk of maybe you could put Sadio Mane in the centre, you put Divock Origi on the left, possibly. I think that could have worked. I just think Mane was brilliant on that left-hand side, though. He was a real outlet. He was causing a load of problems, especially first half. Being what we needed him to be over there, being maybe not as much as an outlet as Sadio, as Mo Salah, but it was really intriguing just how little cover Mo Salah did. Little covering he did for that right-hand side. So maybe it was just a case of, well, he's not going to cover so much, so we need Sadio Mane there because we know we can trust him more than Divock Origi to cover that side. Maybe you put Keita in the left, but you trust him to do that job. Sadio Mane is so good at that defensive side that can you put him in the centre? Klopp's obviously thought about this a lot, and there's a reason why he's put Gini Wijnaldum in there. He's not just done it on a whim. There will be reasons for it. I hope he explains them reasons for it at some point, because I mean, it is a mad one, but he won't have just done it on a whim. So we didn't start a striker because Klopp thought this was the best option. David McCom says, is Messi still rolling? Yeah, some of the dark arts there. I mean, to be fair, James Milner did go in late on him. There was one later where Suarez goes up to Robbo and starts hustling, bustling, and you're thinking, Suarez, what are you doing? Turns out Robbo elbowed him in the chest. I mean, fair enough. But look, that's what they're good at. These players get kicked week in, week out because they're that good, that they know that they just embellish it a little bit. Look, Sadio Mane did it quite a bit where he jumped on the floor as well and won us free kicks in dangerous positions high up the pitch. It's what you got to do in Champions League football, unfortunately, to get into these areas, to hold up the ball. They're just good at the dark arts, aren't they? So are we, in a way. Fabinho having them little niggly fouls, stopping Messi from turning them and stuff like that. I mean, it was a bad dive from Messi, don't get me wrong. It's ridiculous. It was on par with Neymar in the World Cup, wasn't it? But it is what it is. Let's see. A lot of strange, this is Atmos Designs, a lot of strange decisions from Klopp. Really missed Trent and Bobby tonight. Thank God Alisson didn't go for that corner at the end. What was Klopp thinking, trying to send them up? Yeah. Alisson Becker, well done for literally saying to your manager, no, I'm not going up. Alisson probably wouldn't have done anything in the box anyway, and it was lucky because they did come down the other end and it forced Dembele to scuff a shot. If Barcelona get 4 there, that is then tie well and truly over, I believe. 3-0 is still hard to get back, but I really do believe, like I said at the start, we can do it. And then last one, at Matty Jennison says, so many people laying onto Klopp, does my head in. 91 points with 2 to play in the league and back-to-back semi-finals in the Champions League from what he came with. It's pretty incredible. Didn't play bad, but lost to a better team. We go to Anfield to score 4. Yeah, a lot of people down the dumps today. Rightly so, to be honest. We did get, maybe the scoreline didn't reflect the game massively, but we got battered 3-0 there. The scoreline is what matters at the end of the day. They have 3 goals now to come to Anfield with. This is the perfect result for them in their mind. I mean, yeah, Klopp's been fantastic this season, and you can't now say that he's shit or his game management's shit. You've got to take it all part and parcel throughout the whole season. You've got to. Otherwise, it's unfair on him. It's unfair on the players. They've got us to this point. They've got us to a place in the league. And yes, we might fall short. that's what happens. That's what happens in football. It's not going to stop me supporting this Liverpool side. It shouldn't stop you supporting this Liverpool side. You are fully entitled to be upset with the performance and with the score and stuff like that. But you should not let this cloud your judgment on just how good this Liverpool side is, has been, and will be. You know what I mean? There is no doubt in my mind that at Anfield we're going to put it all on the table. And if we come up short, we come up short. But you know for a fact the players are going to put in a massive shift and you've got to be there to support them. You have to be. So I agree with you there. Didn't play bad, lost to a better team. Yeah, Barca are fantastic. We go to Anfield to score 4. And that is exactly what I want to hear. I want everyone to be positive. Maybe it is blind faith. Maybe it is just delusion, sound. Be deluded. Be deluded for a week and a bit until we play that game. Until that game's over, it's not over. You know what I mean? Why live in this place where it's certain that it's over? What's the point in doing that? All you're going to do is make yourself upset. All I'm trying to do is have a positive outlook because I love this Liverpool side and they've given me so many happy memories along the way that, you know what, support them through thick and thin. That's what you've got to do. That's what it's all about. And you know what? I believe that every single fan will do that if they truly believe in this team. I believe that's going to spur us on, whether we win or not, like I say. But look, don't be too down the dumps. Be down the dumps. But you know what? We lost to a Barcelona team in a tie that we've wanted to be in for years. And we might not get to the Champions League. We might not win the league, but we're there thereabouts. And this isn't a flash in the pan, like we've said so many times. There's still so much to fight for, whether it's this season or next season. So look, keep your heads up, Reds. Thank you everyone for commenting. Leave me your thoughts in the comments below. Go watch all the other match reactions. Obviously Paul and Chris were over there. There might be a vlog that Si puts together. I mean, I hope he puts it together because the atmosphere over there in the day was brilliant. It always is. Go and watch the final word tomorrow. We're going to dissect all of that game and figure out where it went wrong, why we weren't clinical enough, how we could have been better, and how we can improve in the second leg. Yeah, and then we're going to look ahead to a massive game in the Premier League. It doesn't stop, and that's why Liverpool are in the top echelon at the moment. It doesn't stop. Every game matters, and that's brilliant for me. So look, like I say, have a beer, have a sleep, be happy, be rejuvenated, and we'll see you on the redmentv.com for the final word tomorrow.